And hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the stream. I just had a lovely dinner at a lovely Italian restaurant, and now I am going to be continuing on some more of the campaign. That's for a little while because I'm getting through a food coma right now, where I feel a little bit full and tired from the amount of food. I had a lovely panna cotta dessert, double espresso, a lovely Italian pizza, the stone baked kind, and an amazing ping pong starter. Very posh, very posh. But anyway, enough about me rubbing in my lovely dinner. Um, Bear in mind, I tend to only have it once a week, and the rest of my food is disgustingly subpar. I like the weekends to have some decent food, a little treat from work. But anyway, this will probably be the last stream for this week, and next week, and then I'll be back on probably the weekend. So let's start mission for the first Battle of Lincoln. Empress Matilda made her move to the English throne, fueling the fire of civil war. Fueling the fire of civil war, eh?
After England defeated the French at the Battle of Bremeux, Normandy was back in King Henry's hands.
Yeah, boy.
But 1 year later, his good fortune turned to tragedy. In 1120, his son and heir William Adelin died in a shipwreck. The future of Henry I's kingdom was in jeopardy. Henry desperately needed a new heir. With no legitimate sons left alive, he broke with tradition and chose his daughter, Matilda. Henry forced his barons to swear an oath to accept Matilda as queen. But when the king died, they broke their promise.
Oh no.
England would not be ruled by a woman.
Until Queen Elizabeth.
Matilda's cousin Stephen
saw
his
really.
chance and claimed the throne.
Always a family's backstabbing, you know? I can't have a good family
The crisis
dynamic.
moved to the capital. At Westminster Abbey, Stephen was crowned king. But Matilda wanted what was hers. She was also lining up powerful supporters who would fight Stephen for her right to rule. Their conflict engulfed England in civil war. Fighting raged throughout the land. In 1141, everything focused on one of the kingdom's most strategic cities, Lincoln.
Oi, mate, Lincoln. Never heard of it.
Matilda's allies had commandeered the castle. But King Stephen was determined to take it back. He besieged the castle. Stalemate. As dawn broke on February the 2nd, everything was about to change.
Stephen had bought
Matilda's
monks.
half-brother, Robert of Gloucester, raced to break the siege. As Robert's forces approached Lincoln, Stephen's army turned away from the castle to face them. Robert could win Matilda the crown, but only if his army could win the day.
Interesting to see if they win or not. Okay, let's play.
Robert of Gloucester's forces approached Lincoln. Their task, to liberate the castle from King Stephen's siege. While behind Lincoln's walls, troops loyal to Matilda held the castle for the Empress. First, Robert's forces would stage an ambush to prevent enemy reinforcements from joining with King Stephen's army. Robert's men concealed themselves in a sheltered grove and lay in wait for the enemy.
2 hours later. Castle seems pretty safe. Give them the good news, boys.
Robert defeated the first column of Stephen's reinforcements, but he knew more were on the way.
Anywhere to hide over here? A bit late for hiding. Go, go, go! Get him! Probably should just wait here.
More of Stephen's reinforcements eliminated, Robert was steadily undermining the siege.
Where's the final column going? Come on over, boys. Still not much going on here. They don't have a lot of troops coming out, the Allies. Bit disappointing. Don't run from me.
Robert's men decimated King Stephen's reinforcements and were poised to break the siege. Continuing the push towards Lincoln, Robert sent in a large company of reinforcements to aid his vanguard. To further weaken the siege, Robert would need to cut off Stephen's supplies. He targeted the nearby market town.
Go, go, go. Get the boys together. And this is where we'll probably end up building our defences now. Scouts should not be engaging. What of market town? What are they doing? Selling antiques? Or ye olde antique roadshow?
Rallying to Matilda's cause, a large group of knights arrived at Lincoln to bolster
Faith
Robert's
knights. Is that Matilda's going to hold
With the
on?
market town in ruins, King Stephen's supplies began to dwindle. Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Let's go help the Welsh. Come on then. Don't let a knight do all the work.
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers. Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege. Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle.
Good
to
old
lift
Welsh
the
always
siege.
come in to help out. Good old reliable Welsh. Really, the Welsh are good blokes. They never kick off like the Scots. They're part of the gang. The Scots, on the other hand, are always moaning. There's one guy up here.
Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates.
How on earth are we going to
If they
take
hoped
this?
to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army.
I don't really want to use the Carta there, if I'm honest.
Robert's forces scattered the king's army, leaving the gates to the castle unguarded.
And most of my knights got through, which is good. Hello, Empress Matilda. We brought the Welsh. The boys.
Robert's men finally united with Lincoln's garrison. They could now use the castle to strengthen their army. To lift the siege, they needed to destroy the enemy camps surrounding the castle.
Arita, what needeth work? Build end see they to worker. If you'll have it that he build in an arm.
Okay. These guys can form up with this army here. Have we got any woodcutters nearby? Yes, we do. Get some guys on wood.
God swinker be may.
And in the meantime, let's rally the men over here. I'm making this turn, which is not good. I'm making 570 food a turn, which is okay. Wood is not good, and gold is not good. So we'll get some guys on gold. Maybe get some guys on stone as well. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Get a priest out. Oh, there's some more archers. F1. Monastery. That's an Abbey of Kings. Monastery, I can't get this guy out. That's a shame. Can't upgrade this because I don't have any gold. This will be a nuisance and a half. Food is pretty good, wood is not good. Get a worker to just be on repair duty, that'd be a nuisance and a half. Damn, son, I wish I had more gold. I'm already in the castle age. Yes, I am. I can't do any more upgrading. What a shame. Monk. Give me a monk. Give me a couple of monks. Just one monk, fine. Just keep whacking out boys. Fine, fine. And make sure we just keep on getting guys out on wood duty as well.
forces struck hard, destroying one of King Stephen's siege camps.
Yeah, now we're cooking with fat. One of these boys on man-at-arms upgrade. This guy on archer upgrade. This guy on spring-ode upgrade. I'll just get me a couple of spring-odes. Nothing too bad. And then everyone else on gold. That should slow them down a little bit. Should also have a research place. Can I have a research place? Yeah. And once we're ready, we can crack out more men. I'm not too worried about this. Crack out one of those bad boys. Actually, get rid of one of those. Some more longbowmen, a couple of knights, and I don't really want hardened spearmen, but hey ho. Make do with what you got. You are going to build me another one of these. The good thing about a campaign is you actually do get to see like proper castles and fortifications, as opposed to the meme castles and fortifications you're so used to getting. Hardened spearmen are potato. I don't want hardened spearmen. Give me some more man-at-arms. And another priest, why not? Why not have older priests? Where's my priests? Ah! Okay, let's start being aggressive because they are slowly starting to pick off. And the next dude who's ready, you're going to go down and repair this for me. Now what we need, more knights.
King Stephen's army dwindled as Matilda's forces struck down another siege camp.
And then with that, we can crack out another one of these bad boys, a couple more archers. That should be us good. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come back over here. Oh, you can just attack. Okay, attack. Next batch of plebs, You're on wood. You're on wood duty. Oh, more plebs. I'll take that. Not too bad. Pretty workable on intermediate. Just gonna make sure you keep the pressure up and make sure you've got some units doing what they need to do.
The army was scattered, and those who didn't fall fled. King Stephen was spotted, shielded by his men. To end the siege, Matilda's forces needed to capture Stephen and rout his army.
Oh, to do that, I'm going to need an awful lot of stone. Do you have any stone for me? Gold. Do you have any gold for me? Or is this this verboten? I am now out of gold. So I guess we're going to have to stick with pleb infantry now. That's got to go. Go away, King Stephen. Oh, okay, King Stephen got the good news. He got point blank by a Springold.
Matilda's men closed in and finally captured King Stephen.
Goodbye, King Stephen. I didn't know Matilda won that. I thought King Stephen won that.
Matilda's forces had won the battle at Lincoln. But the fight for the crown was not over yet.
A bit harder to tell on that because it's quicker on their progressive increase of rams and troops and that. But not the end, not too difficult. Yay!
Victory over King Stephen at Lincoln gave Matilda the upper hand in her fight for the English crown. But in the years that followed, fragile loyalties shifted, and under threat of capture, Matilda was forced to retreat. As her holdings in England came under attack from the king's army, it fell to her son Henry to keep Matilda's claim to the throne alive.
Bloody hell, everyone's called Henry in England. Can't go 5 seconds without Henry popping up. The siege of Wallingford. Matilda and Stephen battle for the crown would all come down in Wallingford. Why not just kill Stephen and be done with it? If Matilda's army could hold the castle, she could restore her claim to the throne. You know, captured Stephen, why not just give him the good news and be like, ah, meat axe. I like those units. Why can't we have units like that? They look cool.
Inside the strong stone walls of the castle at Wallingford, Matilda's men held firm against a brutal siege by forces loyal to King Stephen. King Stephen's army had constructed a fortified perimeter outside the castle, trapping Matilda's
Alright, where's
men
my gold?
inside. However, reinforcements were on the way.
120
From
food,
Matilda's
that's not
son
very
Henry.
good.
Her forces needed to hold the walls until they arrived.
I'm also going to need more boys on bows. Damn, son. Go away, plebs. And you are going to construct some stone walls for me. Get one of the guys on the wood to build me more food. Make sure I've got a constant churning out of these boys. Not too many, not too little. And make sure I've got some basic spearmen. And I've got a damaged building, so I'm going to need one guy on that. 185, 180. Wood is bad, food is bad. Okay, pleb, I have a job for you. Prepare this. Is that a bonus objective? Who knows? I don't.
Hoping to claim Wallingford, King Stephen's siege forces launched a renewed attack on the castle.
Go away! We're full. I need more men now. You're going to build me a tower here. You are going to go back over here and get me some more wood. This food is getting better. I've got a constant supply of workers, hopefully, coming in. No, I don't. Bad meta, bad meta. Food is slightly better, but still not where I want it to be. And wood is still pretty pants.
Hoping to crack the mighty stone walls of Wallingford, King Stephen's forces launched another attack.
Ah, shit. Wasn't part of the plan, boys. Wasn't part of the plan.
Matilda's forces repelled the attack and held the castle.
Let's concentrate all your troops over here so I can concentrate on other things. Can I have a spare worker? You're going to build me another military barracks because I'm running out of stuff. Are you going again, are you? Great.
What needeth they undoing?
Food is still pretty bad. Sack out another food. Wood is still pretty bad. You're going to go cut some... Actually, you're going to stay here. You're going to now cut wood for me.
What needeth they here and they seen Hester? What needeth they undone?
Gold. Get some more stone. Get some more stone.
Folk army ready? Delphende is in loop. They left your two folk.
Matilda's forces held firm against the attack, cutting down the enemy soldiers. King Stephen's forces breached the wall and pushed into Wallingford. Matilda's men needed to repel the enemy before the castle fell, and their cause was lost.
See they to work.
Not good, not good. My eye, my eye. Okay, can I get some guys to rebuild that wall for me?
What needeth worker? It will build they that for they.
What way up in Hester? Send the back and we know workers.
Yare to done some work.
What wilt thou?
Hit see they to worker. Build end they that we to new.
Tresset jou arveimme, herjende hestes nu.
See they to worker.
Järve from blod. Men av armes av bidet. Jonas Jare touch to a sword to head. Järve from blod. What way up in Alas.
One of these guys build me one of these. Actually don't because I already got one. Alright, that's the next wave.
See they to worker.
Matilda's forces received word that Henry's troops were getting closer to Wallingford. Soon the combined numbers of the two armies could tip the scales in their favor.
Men av armes, agrettet forstora. Men av armes, agrettet forstora.
Wood is getting better, but still not perfect. And don't get me started on
Arita. What
food.
He'll build they that for they.
Jeppe meo bort.
See they to worker. It will have that and build in an arm.
Jonas Jare tunnel. Jere hestes en åtgård. Astiria. Rappe arveive. Men av oss har vel til dagen, men av armes.
Fusse tol glidande ne hurtet no one here.
At last, Henry's
Yay.
reinforcements approached Wallingford. United under Matilda's banner, the two armies were ready to engage Stephen's forces.
Okay, I need some guys to build houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these guys. Don't let them run. Five, 6. There you go. 60,000 men. Or not 60,000 men. 60 men. Go, go, go! Keep giving me man at arms like it's going out of style.
Henry and Matilda's forces struck out at the besieging army, weakening the enemy's hold on Wallingford's perimeter.
What needeth be undone? You'll go on flock of wood. Here, glid and grievous! Utrida
The enemy line wavered as Matilda's forces cut down the besieging army, clearing another section of the blockade.
Hello. Yeah, the boys are starting to struggle now, which is problematic. Market. We got a market. Build me a market. No, leave me alone. I'll beat that. Let's cut wood. Cut me wood so I can have plebs.
Siege engine for render. For when they will shouldn't be here.
Hestes and on for them. Bale sleepily.
Siege engine yara. Forward.
And you build me another barracks because I am desperately running out of stuff.
You ready for Hestes? Port for Ende.
Hestes kom upp med en färre.
What needed working?
Wave and shaken! Jävlar, det är borta!
Siege engine for Ende unto the fender. Moving the siege engine.
Intended.
See thee to work, eh? If you'll build it
This is man.
Okay, more plebs. That's not going to work.
Fusilidande när hurtas no one near my back.
Hold the hand with us. Hold. See they to work. Over there, on me way.
Presset
Be ready for Hestes.
steppeth to it, Arway man.
I need more food.
See thee to work, eh? We are attacking our if you'll build
Valita, what need is work? Magna, awaken Hestes. Sage, engine for Ende.
You're not allowed to fire for that. That's cheating. Not another horde. Oh, we got lucky. Okay, we got lucky.
Matilda's forces overwhelmed the enemy and cleared the castle's perimeter.
Defeat the final attack wave. Okay, let me just go hide in here. I have one pleb to build another fortress. No, I can't because I've ran out of stuff. Now this is a hard one. That's constantly putting the pressure on. Oh no, I think we've lost this. We may have to restart. Yeah, we've lost. Let's restart. Or load the last save. That was a loss. They're not giving me a lot of time to push through, which is quite difficult. And I need to build more units. Probably also more siege equipment, if I'm honest. Okay, I need one boy to build me some houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. The army's moving out. You're going to build me another siege workshop, and you're going to build me a... Ooh, nothing. You're going to build me nothing.
See they to work, God's swinker be made.
See they to work then. Then they that.
Arita, what needeth worker? He'll build a that for they.
That's coming, Arita, stand in the yard. It's living to hear it. The army ferret to ende, men of armies. See they to work, they do it. And of armies, a granted for stone.
Henry and Matilda's forces struck out at the besieging army, weakening the enemy's hold on Wallingford's perimeter.
Arita, what needeth worker? He'll have that.
There, you're going to build that. These troops, now you're together. You can get a shitload of those. Shitload of archers. Get one of the plebs over here to rebuild this wall. Oh, I'm not, because you can't.
What needeth be undone?
Another pleb, build this for me.
And Celie build it.
The enemy line wavered as Matilda's forces cut down the besieging army, clearing another section of the blockade.
What needeth be undone? Cease to Hester's. What there is nugare to done some work.
Admina Worda Ferret.
Seizure engine moving the seizure engine. Siege engine for render.
Yare to done
Repair this.
some work.
Repair that. Build this.
See they to worker.
Build this.
That building will be reaper.
Caesar engine yard. Magna, awaken Hestus. Men of armies at the gate. Finitus, stand in the yard. Certus! Finitus, yard! Turn over back to the
Knights. There we are.
What needeth be hearkeneth our
Just chill out here then until I have need of you. Springold, Springold. You're repairing that. Hold up while I try and think of what else to build. Spare boy, guess what you're on? Food, 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 food.
Ik heel happy that he building a knot.
Nu får vardeträckes, mitt baldenes. Vi kan göra annars.
Be ready for Hestus. Magna, Magna,
So the mistake here was not upgrading the towers. Made it rather difficult to do anything. Let's send this army out.
What needed beyond good? That building will be repaired and on.
Oh, I got any stone? I don't have any stone.
Hestus up. Stirende away, Allah.
Vilka jag vet i Certus.
What needeth be undone? Hickle and Geen.
What needeth be undone?
Siege engines awaken Hestus. Launch it, deliver Hestus. Magna moving, lead siege engine. Be ready for Hestus. Engine, on and away. Everything is at the tent. Siege understood.
They keep attacking me and I can't do anything to stop it.
See that the worker. But in the so ahead. Arcanus for Bene. Lucas Bene. What building has been? Estes Archone.
Sure wish I had more food.
What needeth be undone?
See that the worker. He can build it that for thee. What building has been? What will thou? The Shulu do they make? See they to worker. Eagle ha-
Yare to done some worker. Ik heel build that for thee.
Okay, let's get these guys back.
Sweet the yes. Building done. Pierre Hestus.
Matilda's forces overwhelmed the enemy and cleared the castle's perimeter.
Two-thirds or stirrende away, Allah.
Intende, frate. Nusa, it is sieg for act. Read it new, Tunis. Marita, what day this work? Then day that rated.
Intende well, Estes.
Every chance.
Every charge and
Do, what the beckons?
sieg to worker.
Arita, what day this work? Griffiths, in the Israel, y'all!
Every charge
Get loads of people in this fort.
hearkeneth Aller.
Okay, this is a bit better. I think I had bad luck because I got attacked from both sides by a random wave, which is not good. That was a hard one, because again they don't stop.
The joint forces of Matilda and Henry had thwarted King Stephen's siege of the strategic castle at Wallingford. After over a decade of conflict, Matilda's claim to the throne was still alive.
And that was that. That was some intense stuff right there. But, let's continue on.
At Wallingford, in the shadow of the castle, Matilda's faction, commanded by her son Henry, proved it was still willing to fight King Stephen for the crown. But after 15 years of conflict, both sides had had enough. So, they made a deal. Matilda would surrender her claim to the throne on condition that when Stephen died, her eldest living son Henry would succeed him. A year later, he was crowned King Henry II and proceeded to grow the kingdom into the mighty Angevin Empire. But, once again, what the king had spent his life building, his own children were destined to destroy.
It's an ongoing thing.
King Henry II
In English-
had
in
four
English history.
surviving legitimate sons, and he planned to divide up his kingdom between them. But they fought bitterly for dominance. Against the odds, Henry's youngest son John became king. But King John was deeply unpopular.
Nobody liked King John, so we had another decade of war.
He lost huge swathes of the Angevin Empire gained by his father, then failed to reclaim them in expensive battles. Paid for by taxing his subjects.
John!
Eventually, England's barons could take it no more. They forced John to agree to a charter that restricted his power. The Magna Carta. But he went against his word.
Oh yeah, he sent the French into
Furious,
rebellion.
they rebelled, inviting Prince Louis of France to invade England. In 1216, Louis sailed to Dover and set his sights on taking this.
Dover Castle.
Dover Castle.
3 concentric walls, that is. A veritable fortress.
Held by forces loyal to King John, it was commanded by Hugh.
I only like having a 20-minute doing it at the time, you know.
He described the castle as the key to England.
It is a fortress. I've been there so many times. They've even got like a RAF bunk underneath it now
So
from
would
World
the
War II.
kingdom.
It would be a nightmare to take. Absolute nightmare. It's on a hill. It's surrounded on all sides by hills and dead ground. And after you get through the first wall, there's like 2 other walls and the keep you've got to take. So I like to have the game covers periods of history that most other games wouldn't bother covering. At 1066 to 1217 period, well, basically anything from like after 1066 to like the 1500s, even the 1600s, is blanked out for most of European history. Oi,
Asked to
mates.
invade by the rebel barons, Prince Louis's French army launched an assault on the castle at Dover.
Louvre.
Opening a crack in the outer defences, the invading forces charged the castle walls. The garrison at Dover would meet the French with clenched fists and an iron will. Dover could not fall. Commander Hubert de Burgh rallied his men to hold back the French and defend the castle.
That's going to be of no value to me. Oh shit, I've actually got stuff. Yeah, it's all cliff. There's nowhere really to get resources, that's the problem. No gold to be found. Literally no gold. Ugh. What are you doing? Stop doing that. You're telling me there's no gold on this map? Yep. Stop coming out, you lunatics. Shit. That wasn't the plan. Oh, I got a spare boy? I do. That spare boy.
While the castle's garrison thwarted the first French attack and prepared for a second, a new resistance force was building in the English countryside.
Thanks,
A
Wilkins,
skilled
but
foeman and fierce patriot, known as Willikin of the Weald, began to muster a resistance to the French invasion.
unless you got gold, it's of no value to me.
Determined to keep the crown in King John's hands, Willikin would rally every available archer to the cause. Friends?
Sage engines await. Understood. Yarwe Shehaba me bow. Barende. Sage engine under the way new.
Yeah, but there's no one to trade with, so why? Why would I bother?
Fuse tulkas, sua the heta. You're ready to done some work here.
There's no stone, no gold.
Arita, what needeth worker?
Frekes Mariende Hestes nu.
Toonfunk Arnie, Asatende, Shafarway, Shavon,
Dresset jou arwe, Asteriath. Rath Hestes cometh ar foliende Hestes. Steppeth to it, arwe men. Yefe mea but.
What needeth be undone? See they to work. Delphende is mean lead.
With his bowmen assembled, Willikin planned to ambush the French siege engines on their way to the enemy camp.
Well, they're not assembled. They're not assembled in the slightest.
Easy move. Hestes and on, boem. Upnem ferreth, arwe men. Hestes cometh, fail sleepily, on the stirreth. Upnem ferreth, arwe men. Al suitha, yes. Hiereth Hestes, fail sleepily, on the stirreth. Heriende Hestes nu. Dresset jou arwe man. Hiereth Hes Asteriath, rathe arwe men. Ik kan het do. Steppeth to it, arwe men. Qua of Sir Hestes and on, boemen. Sua the het. Asteriath, rathe arwe men. Bail sleepily, on the stirreth. Steppeth to it, arwe men.
What needeth be undone? That building will be reparalleled anon.
Hestes foliende Hestes. Al suitha, yes. Here, Hestes!
And that's the second one over there. Wonder if we can catch up with it. Probably not.
Bere blifere, on the stirreth.
Send the men to me now.
See they to work.
Dresset
Oh God.
Al suitha, yes. Sua the heta. Hestes cometh ad upne and ferreth, arwe men. Upne and ferreth, arwe men. Bail sleepily, on the stirreth.
See they to worker.
It's in Jetendeus.
Ik will happy that he build in anon.
This is not good.
To it, arwe men.
By the way,
Can they do?
go this way instead. Probably a safer way, like over here.
Foliende Hestes. Boa is imperiende Hestes nu.
Willikin's resistance force continued to grow, adding more skilled men to its ranks.
Right. Yeah, that was my mistake. I potatoed there. I made a silly mistake. I paid the price.
Tidwin leth, Dereth. Sewer se het. Dresset jou Arwaymen. Pestet kommet Arwaymen. And sweet the yes, sir.
Could be the third trader. I wonder if I can be cheeky here and get one of the boys to
Pestes and on bowmen. Each fully the hestes.
build me a
See they to worker.
barracks. Unless I already have a barracks.
Yeah, the hest. What with that will be done? Hestes and on the hestes do. Keep it or Marcus bowmen. Yeah, the hestes. Hestes kommet Arwaymen. Dresset jou Arwaymen.
See they to work. Hearken a host it on.
Suppose you can do farming.
Build ende that Rita. What needeth worker? What needeth beyond done?
And you guys can do wood. You can't actually because you are skint.
What needeth beyond done? I think they lister.
See they to work. You'll then do that right to know.
Frekkes ha Nuthan. Cometh on. Nuthan. Cometh on.
Should be able to siege weapons smashed up.
Ontifotas. Bereth.
Me God!
Jefa me a boot.
Not the priest.
Hestes kommet Arwaymen. Dresset jou Arwaymen. Ik kan det du. Astyria. Rat dig Arwaymen.
Oh, I wish I had more wood.
What needeth be undone?
See they to worker.
If I can't have wood, I will have gold instead.
Speramen. Stirreth jou.
Hestes en on bowmen. Hiereth hestes. Heriende hestes. Hestes kommet Arwaymen. Suer se het.
His spanner on the loaded.
Every charn and 10 dead.
I mean, food is fine. We're living the dream with food. Money's not as bad.
What needeth be undone? Arita. What needeth worker? What needeth be undone?
Aiming low, crossbow. Where we got for crossbows.
See they to worker. Ik he'll build a that for they. Charles Spencer.
What needeth be undone?
Arita, what needeth worker?
The French launched a renewed attack on the castle. But thanks to Willikin's ambush force, the enemy had been greatly weakened.
vomiting forth garbage.
Yare to done some worker. Ik heel happy that he building a What needeth be undone? Ik heel unseen on the reaper see they to
Any stone over here I can use? No, of course not. That'd be far too easy.
With Willikin's archers weakening the siege from outside the castle, the garrison at Dover repelled the French attack.
Balding
Willikin ordered his archers to resume their strikes on the French reinforcements.
Yare to done
What
some worker.
needeth be undone?
Flockende woo.
What needeth be undone? Woo, there is no
Well, Willikin, would you mind giving me more men?
What needeth be undone?
Yahweh shed. Dresseth ya. Al sweeter, yes. Upnan bereth Arwen. Quar of servant shed. Yahweh shed Oliende Hestas. Upnan bereth. Wave and shed. Yene Hestas. Yefe mea puta.
Ceasing Arita. What needeth worker?
Hestas and on, Moamen.
See they to worker. You go have that he building an arm.
Boa is Ibun. Hestet cometh Arwe men. Jeppe mea
Yare
bort.
to done some worker. Ik heel build a that for they.
Dresset jou Arwe men. Astyria. Brate Arwe men.
That's not going to work.
Jene Hestes.
What I need is more archers.
See they to work.
Every charn and tender.
You're right to done some work.
This Shula
Quar
will
of
do they
servant
well.
shed. Hestes and on, Moamen. Dresset jou Arwe men. Intendeth Tidwinlet, Bereth. Dresset jou Arwe man. Astiriath, Brate Arwe men.
What needeth be undone? What
Boa
needeth
is
be undone?
Ibun.
See the Hestes.
Unless you've got some stone nearby for me. Any stone? No, you don't. That's problematic, that is. Anyway, we've got a decent attacking force now, which is nice.
Steppeth to it, Arwe men. Foliende Hestes.
Need 500 wood.
Every chan, ya.
Jefe mea but. Al Suiza, yes. On the ready.
Intended no, Tolkes. A kill. Jonas, Yare Ferret.
Aronja 3 yeah.
Send them to me.
Freckers, Fulwith, Egre Tulkas. Kuma mid-May, Freckers.
Hestes and on, Boamen. Upnan Ferreth, Arwe men. Beos Lipoli, on the Stirreth. Hestes cometh, Arwaymen. Heriente Hestes. Hestes cometh, Arwaymen. Bro! Unde Arwaynas! Jede Hestes!
What may up in Heston?
Dresset jou, Arwaymen! Jede Hestes! Jede Hestes en on, Boerman. Super they had. Ik heb het doen. Hestes cometh, Arwaymen! Hestes stebbeth to it, Arwaymen! Yahweh Shaitan!
That's why we've got a steady supply of these guys constantly coming in. Whoa, who the fuck are you guys? Why are you doing this?
Jaar foliente Hestes. Je Hestes en on, Boerman. Dresset jou, Arwaymen! Jede Hestes! Yahweh Hestes en on, Boerman! And sweet Jede Hestes. Hestes cometh, Arwaymen!
Yeah, these bow archers are gonna have to stop whatever they're doing because they keep on getting ambushed by these assholes. Or not.
Hestes cometh, Arwaymen. Steppeth to it, Arwaymen. Hestes en on, Boerman! Dresset jou, Arwaymen!
Have more gold.
What will
Claude, et me Hester, Ferret.
There, man. There, man.
See
Showed me another one of these.
Build ende that Rita new.
Boy, isimus sua they het.
Yare to Donson worker.
It's in Shetendeus! Hestes cometh, Arwaymen!
Now we got a load now. We got loads of boys.
Rathe, Arwaymen.
Yerweth for blood done bar. Men of Arwen Gengande.
Bowsing done. It look is good.
Still not a lot of gold coming in per turn.
What shall each do? Spereman gaende fortha.
Wave and Shaitan! Jede Hestes! Jefe meo,
You fuckers.
Go! Unde Arwaynas! Dresset jou, Arwaymen! Hestes cometh, Arwaymen. Al Suiza, yes.
See they to worker.
All of this is more or less repaired.
Yerweth for blood done bar.
Repair that as well.
Railings aren't ongoing. What needeth worker? Ik heel happy that he's building a knob.
Boa is Ibun.
What shall each do?
Heriente Hestes nu.
Readers, let's read it, Spereman. Stand at the
I mean, I could build a monastery as well if I was tempted to.
Willikin's archers had decimated the French reinforcements. But undeterred, the French mustered what troops they could and launched another attack on the castle.
Hestes en on, Boerman. Foliente Hestes.
See they to worker. Yare to Donson worker.
Well, that was okay.
The hardy English garrison held fast, refusing to let the castle fall to the French invaders. Willikin rallied his archers to continue strikes on the weakening French.
Let's give me all of these boys. So I've got how many up here? I've got loads up here and a load up down here as well. Yeah, we're good. We should be pretty comfortable now. Just to be on the safe side, I'll make more. And then this, I need gold to do any of that. So what sort of defense have we got here? Again, there's more plebs.
See fate to work.
Yeah, fe mayor, but
Build end day that return new.
And to upgrade these, I need gold.
See fate to work. That building will be reparalleled anon.
Hestes cometh. Glidande ne'er hurteth, no one never down. Yeah, fe mayor, but here Hestes. Beoth leapily, on the stress of Yao Arwayman. Asteriath, Rathe Arwayman. Boa, I can do.
See if I can crack out another bad boy. If possible. Okay, I reached my population cap, so that means these guys, let's start cancelling. Any more production on these?
Hestes and on, Boaman. Hestes cometh, Arwayman. It's in Hestes cometh, Arwayman. Is Mina. War of servants, Chester.
What needeth they undone?
Yeah, for mayor, but at sweet, yes. Yes, baby. Hestes and on, Boaman. It can they do. Shit them. And sweet, yes, sir. Here at Hestes.
Nice. We're doing well.
In Hester?
Quar of serveth shet. Ich am verende nu.
Rita, what needeth work? Yeah, sueth they.
Can we get rid of a couple of these guys?
Barney ready.
That's so I can buy myself
Where then Sherton?
a couple of troops.
Here at Hestes. Sueth they het. Waylet Marcus Arwayman. Cheers.
Preferably a siege emplacement. I have a siege emplacement, which I don't think I have, so we're going to get one of the plebs to build me a siege emplacement.
Some work.
I think I've got to have a siege emplacement, yeah. Oh yeah, this is a siege emplacement. 1, 2, there we are.
Dresseth Yao al Suitha, yes.
To be on the safe side, I'll bring some of the troops down.
Of servant shet. Fully ende Hestes. Hestes Kopnen ferreth Arwayman.
Willikin spotted a group of English fighters engaged in battle with the enemy and rushed to their aid.
Did I? Yes, I did.
Fully ende Hestes. Asteriath, Rathe Arwayman. Hestes cometh Arwayman. Dresse of Leafely on the steereth. Up there, better Dresset jou Arwen. It's in Shetendeus. Dresset jou Arwen.
War of servants, yeah.
Sweet, sweet longbowman.
Spearman, standeth and presenteth.
Sieg Magna Yara. To when they hit.
Here Hestus. Beoth Lipoli, on the Stirreth, Upned Bereth Arwen.
This isn't too hard. It's just making sure you've got some economy going at the start. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time.
Hestes cometh, Arwemen. Steppeth to it, Arwemen.
No Hestus anon.
Hestes and on, Boermen.
I like how these guys just pop into existence. I'm using them a great deal.
Fuse Tulkas. Sueth he het.
Spearman, letteth be that jou arn freckes men.
Entendeth well. Has each Arita. Arcaneth for
Each quoth they.
What needeth?
So can you build me a university? No, you can't. We've already got a monastery. We've already got a siege workshop. Market. We've already got an arsenal. Or an arsenal.
He'll build they that for thee.
what wilt virtue guide us me way?
Hestes and on, Boermen.
Lovely stuff. I think we're doing very well.
Here Hestes. Beoth Lipoli, on the Stirreth.
Bit scary at the start, but again, nothing too bad. I've already built an arsenal.
See thee to work, if ham on min way.
Can't upgrade this anymore. Can't upgrade these anymore. Can't upgrade these. Why not? Don't have nothing else better to do.
The combined grit of the English garrison and Willikin's surprise attacks ensured that Dover hadn't fallen yet. Now the English prepared to repel the final French assault.
Alright, fine. Let's keep coming out attacking them. Wish you'd stop firing on that. Nice. And I almost ran out of stone, but it's okay because I have to buy more.
The tenacity of Hubert de Burgh's loyal soldiers forced Prince Louis and the rebel barons to abandon their siege at Dover.
Goodbye, Pinchies.
And thanks to the efforts of Willikin's fearless archers, England remained in King John's hands.
This is a really interesting period of history which no one's taught. They're taught Magna Carta, but we're not taught about like the siege of Dover or anything like that. That people have this undue belief that like apart from 1066, England's never been invaded, and that's technically not true. Still, that's really good.
In the year prior to the defense of Dover, King John's defiance of the Magna Carta had mired England in a rebellion known as the First Barons' War. Across England, barons broke ties with the crown and seized important cities, including Rochester. With his reign under threat, John deployed his forces to retake Rochester and capture the traitors.
Oh, I thought this was the last one. Anyway, let's carry on.
King John's men arrived at the outskirts of Rochester, set to retake the castle and drive out the rebel barons within. But Rochester was a formidable fortress that protected the route to London, and the rebel barons were prepared to lay down their lives to hold it.
Huh?
Before King John's men could hope to retake the castle, they would need to reinforce their position by capturing the village of Chatham. The king's men secured Chatham and began preparing for an arduous siege.
Indeed.
Rochester's keep was protected by strong stone walls. The king's army would need mighty siege weapons to break through.
Indeed, they would. Have we got any gold over here? We do. We'll just hold here until we get more troops. Make sure these guys get healed up. So we're getting 225 wood per turn. I want more gold. Getting 0 gold per turn, so yeah, that's the priority.
he'll have you that he build
And where are my... Okay. They're going to have to start upgrading units and things like that. Oh, this is not the right one. This ain't going to be too bad. Also, there's a sacred site here which we can use to capture.
So ahead.
Get more gold.
See they to work at.
Food and gold. That is the key to success.
he builded, see they to work at. What needeth they undone? Ik he'll build a that for they.
Can I go to the
King
Imperial
John's
Age in this one?
forces were struck by a raiding
Can.
group of rebels sallying from the castle.
Born to hear. Ye shall hella have.
What needeth they undone?
Yare to done some work here.
Build me more of this. Get me a healthy chunk of food and we'll be good to go. At the same time, I want...
Inspera is Yara.
Don't really want a market. There's nothing, no reason to have a market right now. But fine, I'll put a market down.
You'll then they that right to know. Building done. Hit no hit done.
What shall each do?
See they to worker. Ik he'll build a that for they.
Mhm.
Arita, what needeth worker?
Marita.
Build end a that Rita.
Build one of those, build one of these, and build one of these.
In a knob.
Boon to him. Virtue guideth me way.
Esther?
Yare to done some work.
What needeth be undone? Delving to do.
Aggressor I kan helding min stead.
Where's my beast? Oh, it's coming over now.
Arita,
We can crack out a monastery as well.
what needeth they undone?
Actually, we can't. Still, to get to the next stage, I need 1,600 food, 1,200 gold.
Yare to done some worker.
What do you mean I can't build archers? Oh, okay, it's not been built yet.
Balding done. Hit lock is good. See they to work at. Ik he'll have you that he build in a knob.
Whoa, you can't attack over that way.
Yare,
Tempest. Lustes fortestes. Helmet wall. Herende. Nan qualende aba.
see they to work.
Crossbow Yara on the way. Hernende min mede.
Get us the twin consume folk.
Aggressor Hernende min mede.
See it is our.
What shall each
Arita, what Ikil builde the Eos Yarda.
Amen. They are kette. When two folk are
Ikil happy that he building an on. Build
Let's seal that off so I can't do that again.
Spedemen, ja.
That's naughty.
Ikil builde that for they.
attend at no. Tolkes moveth. Get at busy.
Seed the Estes. Valita. What needed work?
Healy e build.
Aggressive. Yeah. Anon.
Sir, Shet.
Delphing to do.
Over the John. Intended. Flock ende once.
That's sort of giving me a little bit, I won't lie.
Yahweh
See
Shet.
they to work.
Hearken at Allah. Delphende is been
They
late.
to work. What needeth be undone? Build ende that Rita new.
What needeth be undone?
Boa is Ibu.
What needeth be undone? Equal have that he building it on. And seal ye building thing.
Yahweh Shet.
So let's get some archers and put them up on those walls. And let's deal with the food issue as well.
Yahweh to done some work. What needeth be undone? Yahweh to done some work.
Die Hester.
What needeth be undone?
Jeppe mea ut. Qua of Sir Shet.
Yare to done some worker. Ikil happy that he building an on.
Aggressive. Alungano.
Jeppe mea ut.
Ferre. Yeah.
Fine. Food is back on battle schedule.
What needeth work?
I mean, it could be worse.
Build ende that Rita new.
Wood is okay. But food is now on the list of things I need to really upgrade.
Building done. It looking good.
This Shula udure men. Yare to done some work.
I like how they're just ignoring this as well.
Ready. Crossborders. Crossbows. Yeah. Anon Rita. Al Rita.
Tell the guys to hold, they don't hold. Classic.
Glory Beum. Anasia.
Yeah.
Oh, can we level up now, can we? Very good. Level this up to a keep.
Build that for they.
Every charm and ten.
See they to work. Build ende that right to know.
So now I should have 2 archery grounds, an artillery, to reach that site,
See they to
and a
work.
will to live.
Ikam to Delvin.
This Shula do they mate.
Everything is undetermined.
What needeth be undone? Arita, what needeth work? You go build that for they. You go have that he building it on.
Beoth yard to Hestes, toonfolk. What
Send
needeth
them
be
to me
undone?
Watkiss.
And Celia builded things.
Ik heel build a
Just in case.
See thee to work, eh?
What swinkle have we made?
That's done. You can go cut wood now.
In all day stopper until it is
Apart from
again.
you.
Ready
And
for
you.
what needest thou of
And
me?
you.
Ready to gone. He always that hit is a builded and he builded
Now we can start cracking out. Oh, we can't. That's a shame. Oh well. I thought I was going to be able to crack out gunners.
They've a good a worker. And mickle thing.
I got far too much wood right now. Get me more gold.
We have a tested. Good a worker done a read. Look as glory and see. 10 meter on some tiddy camping.
Ready to gone. Working at Magna. It come on me way.
I also get a trebuchet now if I want. Nah, yes, trebuchet.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably a good idea to get a trebuchet.
Ready to go.
By saying that, we are beginning to run out of cash a little bit. So far away, why don't you use this? Look, if I build another one like here, no, they just refuse to use it. Oh, what a shame.
Sending me to a store.
Oh, older boys.
Hestes and glory.
Oh, nan, wrestler for the shruid.
One trebuchet. Get a load of archers. Couple of men at arms. And then we'll get one more trebuchet. Then we'll do the rest on upgrades.
Who's thou habest me hunter?
Be ready for the next worker of the roller.
I hunger for the actor. Address me at a worthy buntatage.
Okay, then the rest will be on upgrades. We'll get the armies up to full size.
Should he dress and
Following the search engine, you frickers.
Don't trust that. That looks soft as hell.
Sending me to a store. Building to put it on.
And carting in the runkers. Estes coming with the search engine. Pardon.
Drengus, the
Following the artillery. Frackers. Posturing the search engine. Pardon.
Where should he dress an hour? Who's thou habest?
Good. Following the
I'm coming.
you frickers. With the search engine. Pardon. Search engine. Waiting for it. Hear them shout. Estes move. Estes siege artillery. Getting us fought.
Yeah. Looking
Hestes coming.
The mark is in Britain! The sail
Next batch.
the sails into your frackers! Doing that now. The Hestes will be obeyed.
It's that I.
Hestes for the engine. Hestes, it will be obeyed. Hestes for the engine.
Don't think you guys should be filling here. So you're all out, so go over here and see if you can find anything, any gold for me.
Hestes for the engine. Arley Packard and move. Hestes for the trebuchet.
In the meantime,
Will be obeyed.
We have
oh, another sacred site here.
yeah, doing it or not.
Worth it? Probably not. Can I get any priests? No. Okay, that's pointless. Let's go cut wood.
There is wood needed to be obeyed.
Trackers, that will be done. The sergeant should get him.
What needest thou of me? Our steering sewer heads.
Sergeants at the ready. Listen and do not mission.
Meow. Well, let's take our time. We don't really need to rush this.
Yeah, ik heel steering at the head. Moving. My shankers now.
Rochester's outer wall crumbled to King John's men, and they descended on the keep.
Yea, here a fay, ferrying new. Your will is me, Dieter. Our steering sewer heads.
There's nothing here. We Take our time, there's no need to rush. Gradually do it.
You ready for the next worker?
The siege engines are ready. Getting on 3 feet.
Yeah, you ready for access?
Get that priest and send him over here to capture that. Oh, we're almost at Rush's Keep, it's just going to take some time. Captured this yet? Yeah, captured that. You can go over there and capture this as well. You lunatic, come back. Might as well start this attacking now, I think we're pretty good. He says, but actually we're not. So we need to crack out more cannon fodder. Get this guy out to produce more cannon fodder. I need to blow this up.
Labor good a work.
Start blowing up the what's left of these. Yep, stand firm order is not very good. I will be brutally honest here. Stand firm order is hot garbage.
Yeah, you ready for Hestes? Yeah, you ready for Hestes? You ready for the next worker on the roller?
This would be a lot easier if my AI weren't potatoes. We keep on YOLOing to glory.
What needest thou of me? Building to put an upper. Oh, nan resta for the shruid. Ready to go.
And do not miss it!
I mean, we could just keep rush if we wanted to.
The Hestes will be obeyed.
Any man trespasseth,
Rochester's inner wall finally gave way, and the keep was laid bare for the taking.
I could probably have rushed this if I wanted to. Just want to be careful because they do have a lot of men they keep throwing out.
Nan rester for the
Go chop a
shruid.
tree.
Ready to go.
And here we are. That's quite painful actually. An arduous process and a half.
The great keep at Rochester fell at the hands of the king's army, securing both the castle and the route to London. While the fight for England raged on, a desperate King John clung to the throne.
Bloody hell, keeps going, doesn't it? Are we almost at the end yet? No.
When forces loyal to King John undermined Rochester Castle, it spelled doom for the rebels inside. Within days, they had surrendered. But the rebel barons weren't done yet. Their ally, Prince Louis of France, had sent an invasion force to help the barons overthrow King John. Then, in late 1216, the king fell ill with dysentery and died. His son, just 9 years old, was crowned King Henry III. It was now up to the young king's regent, the 70-year-old legendary knight William Marshal, to protect the crown. He faced a near impossible challenge. England was crumbling. Rebels were taking town after town. But William Marshal bided his time and prepared to defeat the rebels. Then in May 1217, he got the chance that he'd been waiting for. William discovered that the rebels planned to simultaneously besiege both Dover Castle and Lincoln Castle. With rebel forces split and weakened, William Marshal led his royalist army to Lincoln. The castle on one side of the city was still controlled by royalists, under its formidable constable, Lady Nicola de la Haye. But the streets of the city were under rebel control. On May 20th, 1217, the Royalist Relief Force, led by William Marshal, arrived to retake the rebel-controlled city. The future of England rode on the success of this mission.
Okay. The Second Battle of Lincoln, eh? Better not be another siege. I'm sick and tired of sieges. Yeah, I feel like you're on a soft timer. You can't spend too long because I just keep on sending large on large or waves to stop you. So once you build your eco right, you're just going to wade in.
Troops loyal to the king held the castle at Lincoln, while outside, rebels controlled the city.
Anyone seeing a running trend here?
The defenders had to hold the castle until reinforcements arrived, under the command of the king's knight, William Marshal.
You're ready to done some work, eh? Men of armies,
Estes and on, bowmen. Steppeth to the battle.
Is there any stuff I can use? Not really, no. The answer to that is not really no. I can cut some wood over here. Make yourselves useful and cut some tiny bits of wood over here. And while we wait, maybe you can make some food for us.
the rende off, so he said. Yar, jeppe me of foot. Habe me bow, berende.
What needed be undone?
Seizure engine yard. Manganel yard. Engine
Sir,
on the
boa is iboon. And Switha, yes.
Jonas, it's to a sore for Edmiston.
Jeppe me of foot.
Jonas, yard
Nope.
Travail to dawn, see they to work. That building will be Manganal of
engine. Seizure engine.
What of serpent shed? Ik heb berende nu.
Be ready for Hestes.
Yar me shed. Heriende hestes nu.
At least they're giving us some supplies.
Boa is iboon.
Not a lot, but some.
every shot.
Ferret to Sage engines awaiting Hestes. Sage engine.
Dresset jou Arwemen. Opnet berre mea bot. Hestes cometh Arwemen. Foliende Hestes. Quar of servants you can do.
Have a wave? Oh, that's fine. It's only a fled wave.
What needed beyond doom? That building will be reparalled and on. Reparallings are not going.
Average thing is unbeaten.
Jeppe mea bot.
Manganel yard. On the way, new. Average thing is unbeaten.
Nope. And nope.
See thee to work at.
Yeah, I think it's time we start
Woulda
setting the boys out to dig.
Hestes.
Every shot so a hessa aliata.
Quar of servant Sherton. Arwemen, ja? Hieret Hestes. Hestes and on, boermen. Hieret Hestes.
There's the enemy town centre.
What needeth beyond doom?
Men of armies, it's your faithfulness.
Don't want to go that far out yet.
Manganel of Sage engine for it.
Men of armies,
The King's Knight William Marshal arrived with his forces. While a hard battle remained, there was now hope for the young King's army. In order to liberate the city surrounding the castle, William Marshal commanded the King's men to destroy the military buildings belonging to the rebels.
Oh, military buildings. Okay.
William Marshal's forces were welcomed in Stowe, a nearby town loyal to the king.
Good. Give me gold. Gold and food. and wood.
It's in shed Hestale. You're ready to do some work,
Viene, Hestes!
I don't know how much I need right now, I'll be honest with you.
Eagle haveth that he built. What need is be undone?
See thee to work,
Till then did that. See thee to work, This Marita, what needeth work? Eagle and deal of the Ripper Railings.
Yeppe, me!
Okay, where's that lone soldier over here? You're going to repair that for me. You are going to build me another military barracks.
build end day that Rita knew.
And one of these. And one of these.
If you'll happy that he building a knot.
Dressa Arway, Bale Sleepily, on the Stirreth. Yarway Chef of Stirende of Sua, I said.
And that looks like an enemy town over there.
What needeth be undone? See thee to work, Del Fender is with thee.
Your day is numbered now. For honor, critters! Servants!
Arita, what needeth work? Eagle and deal of the Ripper Railings.
Critters, Jan! For water, critters! To stir! Arthur Knit, let us read it, critters!
Bowing done. What needeth be undone?
And for this I need gold. Okay. Okay. Need gold. Gold and wood. Wood is a problem as well. Food. Generally everything.
Done some work,
What needeth be undone?
Critters,
Let's save the game because I'm not sure if I need to tank this much.
An are to him.
See, Onjin Yare understood.
Alle critters, Jan. Alle with
Hestes kommer, Asteriat, Vrate, Arbresse, Jaua, Sua, say head.
Richard Yara.
Ermegan, Hartes, Dereme.
Yeah, seven.
Siege Onjins are waiting at us.
I don't think I need to tank this much.
See thee to work.
Onjin Yare Hestes.
It is Sita for actors. An are to hear it. Aye. It's never to hear it. Critters, never make it onward. Critters, in the next time.
Onjin Yare for Hestes.
Then we have weapons. For war. All the critters, Jan. An are to hear it.
See thee to work.
You're ready to do some work,
Critters, stand more freedom. Now, muscle soldiers.
Everything is at Titan. Listen, Siege Onjins.
Critters, into the sun. Up, critters, Jan.
The king's men tore through the rebel fortifications, diminishing the enemy's military presence.
Critters, Jan. All the critters, Jan.
See thee.
The castle castle now faced a new attack from the rebels' French allies.
Oh, damn it.
Look, you'll be ready, Freckes. It's live here.
Don't really need to tank up.
Intendeth well. Stirende away, Allah.
And I don't really need to help that either. The French allies aren't doing a very good job.
What needeth be undone? He can build thee that for thee. You're ready to done some
What needeth be undone?
Estes uncommend. Hof merith to store frackers. Everything is at thee. Hof merith to store frackers.
See they to work.
Saison, get we are frackers. Unche, you're for Hestes.
Obeisance is ane and ane to hear it. Now shall it be in siege.
The king's army had almost regained control of the city.
Saison, James, awake.
The king's army razed the last of the rebels' military buildings, but the French siege continued. If the king's men hoped to lift the French siege, they would need to destroy the enemy forts on the outskirts of Lincoln.
Can be a problem. Let me just spam more troops out like it's going out of fashion.
Arita, what needeth work?
It's in
On men will.
Everything is at thee, then. Understood.
Get it ready for it. Before we ought awaited. Get it to start.
Any anagandi to push it.
What is this?
What needeth be undone? If he'll build me that for me.
Attendance, very men. Intendeth was stirende away, Allah.
You're right to done some work now.
Always, Stonen, Helper.
Easy enough.
Arcaneth Bennett, Tukas Bennett. Yeah. Unche, Gary for Hestes.
No, Tukas. Shall they?
Everything is any other candidate to caution. But when they we sungers, see they to Baron.
Look, you'll be ready to read it through.
Yeah, I need to crack out more knights after this.
Duty is not for dead.
Two kids.
Acceptes. A the swift.
The king's men uncovered one of the French forces' siege camps near Lincoln.
Weapons ready.
Unche, Gary for Hestes.
Obeisance is ane a tu. Arthur ja.
See fate a worker.
What needed?
Arita, what needed every charm and 10 dead.
You're ready to done some work.
What needed be undone? It kill happy that he the see fate to work. Build it, say that, Rita knew.
Gritus, in the sun!
A Griffith for him.
You're ready to done some worker.
Estes uncomme any anaconda compulsion.
Gritus, stand in the eye!
Average, sergeants. We are still in
The king's army tore through the French fort, weakening the enemy siege.
Okay, so far so good. Food is still an endemic issue, so guess what? We're on food duty.
Happy that you're ready to done some work.
What needed be undone?
What needeth be undone? Build end day that Rita knew.
Yet to the Alice with
Okay, now how do we get to the other one?
he shall lay
Probably over here, yeah.
Tempest. For when they we sungus.
Nu tulkes, forth warde freckes.
See fate a worker. It kill build a that for they. It kill happy that he build in a knob.
It is sita for admina worde ferreth.
Two kids. Ure hestes. Go when they hit. Steer they away, Allah.
Yet to the red admina worde ferreth. He shall lay the yard.
Come back here, men-at-arms. Hope you stop slacking off.
Harkeneth for hestes. See they.
Nu tulkes, sefuse, it's libet here. Ut readeth nu tulkes. Forth warde freckes, mid baldenes. Forth warde freckes, mid baldenes. Andente to
There's a lot of resources here.
Unche, yelling for hestes. Unche.
I think Sunrise workable.
Certes. Andente to serve. Admina worde ferreth. He shall lay the yard.
Get over here.
See fate to work.
Sergeants are waiting for her. Everything is updated. Don't wait there, Sugus. Not slept. Unche, yelling for hestes.
Ah, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine.
Sergeants are waiting for us.
Let me just get some more boys.
What needeth be undone? See fate to work. Build end day that
And then these
Rita knew.
guys can find me some gold. There's no gold over here, but there is a load of gold. Yeah. I can't. No. Pulling my archers.
Magna Yara. Unche, Yara, Heside to Baron.
Alright, you guys. Yeah, you're not a problem.
What needeth Bayon done? Ik he'll build a that.
Everything is at Titan.
Okay, I'm good. Quickly! Wasn't too bad. It's just about not over-tanking, over-turtling.
William Marshal and Nicola de la Haye had saved the city, and with it, the kingdom.
Yay!
William Marshal's success in retaking Lincoln was an overwhelming victory for the Royalists. The rebel barons had been defeated, and their French allies driven out of England altogether.
We do like a bit of insurgency.
William Marshal now focused on creating a stable kingdom for the young King Henry III. To maintain the backing of the rebels, in 1217, a royal seal of approval was given to a reissued Magna Carta, limiting the power of the monarchy. Many barons held lands in both England and Normandy.
A lot of English people think that
Now
is
they
the
faced a choice.
the basis of our sort of revolution.
On
So
which side of
when
the
the
channel
French
would they
Revolution
make
kicks
their
off,
home?
we're quite initially quite sympathetic because, of course, we
Many
technically had a
chose
revolution
England.
ourselves via the Magna Carta, but only a few hundred years ago. So of course they started beheading the king, and then it was
The
like, whoa,
cross-channel
whoa,
kingdom was over,
what are you doing
establishing
there,
a
Finchy?
clear English identity. But the impact of the Normans on England's evolution is still felt today. Almost 1,000 years later, the surviving Norman castles and cathedrals still dominate the
Yeah,
landscape.
the Norman castles and that. We don't really do castles, not like to the French standard. Like you see French castles, like wow, but yeah,
In
our
the
castles
midst
are
of the
nearly
modern
completely
city,
inspired by the
William
Normans.
the Conqueror's fortress, the
Most of them
Tower
were
of
built by the
London,
Normans.
remains a powerful reminder of their legacy. But it's the unseen influence of the Normans that endures. The Norman invasion changed the English language and established the foundations of modern parliament and governance. And it's all because one man, William the Conqueror, claimed the English crown that he believed by rights was his. The Normans conquered a country and changed the course of England forever.
Oh, conquered is a strong word, I would say. The reason being that he was never able to fully pacify the English or the Anglo-Saxons. So eventually they just sort of assimilated together. That's why you've got a lot of French words and a lot of English words like cow or boof or beef, which is the English sort of bastardization. Still, there's still some arguments that you can still tell the eugenic differences between native Anglo-Saxon and French genetic DNA from English characteristics, especially if you start going up north. You can see the difference in body type. But of course, that was just an argument and a theory, meaning that a lot of, again, the conspiracy theory is that a lot of the ruling class in the UK or Britain is Norman, from Norman descent, and of course the plebeian class is of course from Anglo-Saxon descent. But of course it's all speculation and just general history larpers, not really technically true. In any case, that was a really fun campaign. I really liked that. I really liked that it covers a lot of English history, and so I'm probably have to change my YouTube title to form, I think, what, the French campaign to the Norman campaign. But yeah, I look forward to do the 100 Years' War later, and the Mongol Empire and the rise of Moscow. All look very entertaining. Some hard levels, but for the most part, nothing too bad. It looks like the 100 Years' War is next on the list, and that's going to go for exactly 100 years, funny enough. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good one, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, boys and girls, because I certainly will.